My name is Ketul Patel.
Very nice to meet you, Ketul. I'm Jeremy.
I'm Daniel.
That's Daniel.
Nice to meet you, man. Video combinations of Subway sandwiches you can make, like possible. There's probably over like millions. And we want to do the math. How many breads do you guys have? Do you know?
I have
Okay, so we got 8 breads.
Eight, yeah.
Perfect. And are you allowed more than one meat?
Yeah, I allow.
How many total?
It's depend on you.
Okay.
I have to charge you.
You can just get as many meats as you want.
Yeah.
And cheese, you can get as many cheeses.
Cheese, yeah. Cheese.
And how many cheeses we got?
Cheese.
Four cheeses.
Where?
Did you count the meats yet?
I didn't count the meats yet.
We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm gonna have the grilled chicken on Finder of Italian and cheese, please. 12, please. We're hungry. All this math is making us hungry. Cheddar, please.
Toasted, you know.
Yeah, toasted. And I'll do a bacon on it too.
Bacon?
Yeah. I'm gonna get lettuce, tomato, cucumber.
Oh, 3. How many tomatoes? 4? Amazing.
I'm gonna do some olives too. Sauce, I think I'm gonna do honey mustard. Thank you. Egg 1, 2. Okay, breakfast. I'll get a treat. I'll do the cookies. Can I have a M&M one? And then a macadamian?
Wow, watch out.
We have our advanced drink system. Oh, the feature is now. So, I didn't know that you could get as many meats as you wanted here. And you can really just pack up your sandwich with
I think it was 11,
11
right?
meats.
11 meats.
if you were so inclined.
2 is conventional extra, but 3 is you're pushing it. You ask for a 4th, they're gonna start to furrow their brow.
Oh, you want to get the...
There's, oh yeah, I want to see the cross section.
Oh, yeah.
My goodness.
Good old Subway sandwich. Very solid. Alright, we just had some delicious Subway sandwiches. We're full. It's time to go crunch the numbers.
All right, here we go. So, starting with our toast, bread, cheese. We've got T times B times C, okay? Toast is a binary option. You can toast or not toast. So we have 2 options for that. For bread, we have 7 options, including the wrap. If a wrap is not bread to you, then you can reduce the 7 to a 6. But for all intents and purposes, we will use a 7 here. And then there are 4 options for cheese, but you can also get no cheese. That would be an equally viable option, especially for those like myself who are lactose intolerant. You cannot get neither no toast or toast. That does not exist. And you must get bread, or this is not a Subway sandwich. So 2 times 7 times 5 is 70. So we got 70 options for a toast, bread, cheese trifecta. Okay, so in the case of sauces, we're going to be doing a combinatorial calculation where the order does not matter, and we are doing without replacement. Once you get sauce, you can get more of that sauce, but that is still one sauce. You're going to take the sum of K equals 1, 2, 4, because 4 is the maximum amount of sauces that we are going to allow in this ideal, realistic Subway sandwich scenario. So here we're taking the sum, not an infinite sum, but a finite sum of n factorial divided by k factorial times n minus k factorial, where n is the number of total choices we have. In this case, that's 12 total sauces, and k is the number of sauces we are going to choose at any given time. Okay, this is also going to apply in the case of garnish and a piece. So here we're looking at the sum of k equals 1, 2. In the term of garnish, you can take as many garnishes as you want up to the total number of garnishes, which will be n. In this case, n is equal to 9. For the case of sauces, n is equal to 12. So here we're going to pop down that same formula. There we go. And here n is equal to 9. So garnish here is referring to the veggies. Then for spices, same deal. And n is equal to 3 different kinds of spices: salt, pepper, oregano. Let's talk about meat for a moment. Meat and or veggie. So this is going to be a slightly simpler calculation. Here we have up to 2 choices of meat or veggie. Again, this is our ideal, realistic Subway sandwich. We're going to jump into the fun stuff a little bit later, or the more fun stuff later. It's all fun. It's math. It's fun. It's math.
It's math fun.
It's math fun. So here for meat and veg, if we get 1 meat, this is going to mean that we have a total of 12 options for meat. And if we get 2 meats, then that's going to be 12 squared. If we have 1 veggie, that's going to be 3 options: falafel, weird veggie patty, or some kind of Beyond Meat option. And if we get 2 veggie, then that's going to be 3 squared. We can calculate this below this dotted line. All right, so let's do meat and veggie first. Meat and veggie first will be, I guess, the simplest calculation. So for meat and veggie, 12 plus 12 squared is 12 plus 144. 144 plus 12 is 156. 1 veggie, 3. 3 is 3. 2 veggie, 3 squared is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. So that means that 156 plus 12 is 168 in terms of our meat veggie options. 168. So now we're going to jump into the sauce. So for our first part, k is going to be equal to 1. So n is 12. We got 12 factorial. K factorial is going to be 1 factorial times 12 minus 1 factorial. Okay? Then for k equals 2, we're going to be adding. We're going off to k equals 4. So 4 factorial times 12 minus 4 factorial. So we're going to get 12 times 11, etc., all the way down to 1. Divided by 1 factorial, which is 1, times 12 minus 1 is 11. So 11 factorial, 11 times 10 all the way to 1. Well, we see 11 to 1 is going to cancel with 11 down to 1, and we are going to get just 12. Okay? Same kind of cancellation is going to occur to a slightly lesser degree, and each of these terms will become successively larger. So in this case, we have 12. In this case, we're going to have, and all of these added up together is going to be 793. So that's how many options you have for sauces in the event that the maximum number of sauces you have is 4. Yummy. Next, we're going to take a look at the A piece. We're doing a very similar thing to what we did with the sauces, but k is not going from 1 to 4 anymore, it's going from 1 to 3, and our n is equal to 3. So similar kind of deal here. Let's say k is equal to 1. Okay, if k is equal to 1, then we're going to have 3. These will be the same, because this is the equivalent of 2 factorial, which is here, and this is the equivalent of 1 factorial, which is here. How fun. Now, if k is equal to 3, this is the showstopper right here, we got it's a lot of 3's. Wow. This is going to be equal to 7. So in the case of garnish here, we're going to be doing the same thing that we saw before. N is equal to 9, and our k is going to go from 1 to n, which is 9. So let's do that now. Okay, 9 factorial over 9 factorial times 9 minus 9 factorial. Okay. All right. So if I just think about this for just 1 second, it's 9 for our first one. Then the next one is going to be, and if we add all of these things up, we get 511. All right. So now we're just going to add those plus ones for the additional option of null choice. So not getting a meat, not getting a sauce, not getting a piece. So we're going to go plus 1 on here. That's going to give us 512, which is great because that is also 2 to the power of 9, and that's really nice. And then we're going to get 7 plus 1, which is going to be 8, which is cool because that's 2 to the 3. And then we're going to get 793 plus 1, and that's going to be 794.
Which is great because...
Which is great, but it's not a square number because we didn't run the whole gamut from k equals 1 all the way to n, as we did in the case of a piece and garnish. So, we still have 70 for TBC, 168 for meat und veg, 794, 8, and 512. So let us multiply all of those.
What about the option for no meat or veg?
No meat or veg. Plus 1. That's 169. Ooh, that is 13 squared. Thank you. So we're going to have 70 for toast, bread, cheese. 169 for meat and veg or neither. We're gonna have 794 and 8 for sauce and spice. 794 and 8. And then we're gonna multiply by 512. So this is gonna be our total. And this is going to be 70 times, don't look at the secret answer, 169 times 794 times 8 times 512. 38,473,809,920.
It's a lot of combinations.
Write this down. 38,473,809,920.
That's crazy.
38,473,809,920 sandwiches. Given all of the assumptions that we took here, of course, this was our local Subway, so we had a certain number of sauces, a certain number of spices. We made assumptions like you can only have up to 4 cheeses. That was arbitrary. We also broke down their cold cuts in a way that gave us 12 options for meat, whereas you might usually see them arranged in a particular order or selection for the typical sandwiches. So we might have upped our numbers just a little bit, just to be transparent about it, to get a slightly higher number by breaking down that meat selection to be as open as possible in terms of your options. 8, 9, 9, 2, 53. That's prime! That's prime! If you add up all the digits of the total number of Subway sandwich combinations, the answer is 53. That's prime. Wow, prime numbers are very exciting.
Very fun.
And also plentiful, so the odds that we get one are pretty high. I mean, less than 50% because a prime cannot be even, and of course not all odd numbers are prime. That wouldn't make any sense, so anyhow, it's cool.
What else is fun?
This pattern of 331 is reminiscent of Pascal's triangle. And so, well, what's Pascal's triangle? I won't get into it in this video because there are many other YouTubers and folks out there who have made lovely videos, so feel free to go check out Pascal's triangle, but essentially it can be constructed by taking a 1 and a 1 and a 1 on the edges, and then you can basically get 1s all the way down the edges and summate the 2 numbers above to get the number inside. And so then you're going to get this lovely 1331 section here, which happens 331 here. If k was 0, you would bet that we'd get a 1 plus at the beginning. We didn't do k is equal to 0, and so we can actually see this combinatorial thingy is giving us this Pascal's triangle business, 1, 4, 6, 4, 1. You'd see, you would see, but you should watch the Pascal's triangle videos. Almost 38.5 billion sandwiches. That's enough sandwiches. That's enough sandwiches. Cheese? No cheese for me. But I will toast the sandwich. Because I am lactose intolerant, but I like a nice hot bread.
That's your Tinder bio, right? Lactose intolerant, but like a nice hot bread.
Let's not get into it.
Sorry.
All the ladies love dogs and ice cream, and I'm allergic to both.
Are you really?
Yes.
Huh.
No cheese.
This is an incredible shot. No, I have your face through the window.
Okay. And, it's 2020, let's say pickles. Pickled, yeah.
20? How many?
No, I don't want 2020 pickles. Just, it is the year 2020, and pickles is something I would like on the sandwich. Like a 1-to-1 pickle cucumber ratio, that kind of thing. Great. Yeah, perfect. And let's get a little bit of aioli in there too, please.
Wow.
Yeah.
Saucy sandwich.
I like sauce. Oh my goodness, aioli.
Aioli.
Oh, aioli's my middle name. That's perfect. That's great.
Jeremy Aioli.
Jeremy aioli. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Let's hope it closes up.
Okay, well, he's a professional.
Yeah. I'm not worried.
Gorgeous.
Thank you, Mr. Patel. Appreciate it.